Do you reckon that they will know who the Bimbo is and who the Butch is?
I think they're going to know Jenna.
Well, you laugh like a Bimbo and I laugh like a Butch.
You have the shoulders of a Butch. You have the shoulders of an American football player. I think they'll know I'm the Butch.
If I sit like this,
You look a little bit more ladylike now.
Jesus Christ. Right.
Will we give it a go?
Aye.
Okay.
Jeans, heels and a nice sweet top. Doing on our backs when we drop it like it's hot. I don't usually smoke, but here, do you have a light? It must be girls' night.
What's up, folks? Welcome to your new favourite podcast, Bimbo and Butch.
With your new, slightly unhinged best friends that you never knew you needed.
Absolutely very unhinged. So, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jenna and I am your resident Bimbo, here for the chaos, the madness and the occasional deep thought that I definitely didn't steal from a Mel Robbins book.
I am Emer. I am your local friendly neighbourhood Butch. I'm here for practical advice and sharp opinions and to make sure this whole thing doesn't fall apart.
Bimbo and Butch is a podcast where opposites attract. No one leaves without oversharing, right?
Absolutely. And every week we're going to bring you real life stories. We're going to have very questionable life advice. And we're going to be talking about the kind of things you talk about to your best friend at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So this week we are going to talk about wild encounters, how me and Emer first met, and we are going to answer some questions from the Bimbo and Bimbo and Butch podcast thing.
Absolutely. The Bimbo and Butch podcast thing. So first of all, will we do a bit of a disclaimer?
Oh God, we need a huge disclaimer.
Absolutely, go for it.
Okay, so just a quick heads up before we start. This podcast contains really bad, dirty language, dark humour, and take everything that we say with a huge grain of salt because there is going to be some massive filth spoken about as well.
What do you mean really bad language? My ma's going to be watching.
Well, blocker.
Okay.
If you are offended or easily offended, you're really boring. And also you can just switch this off.
Yeah, it's all the filth is from Jenna. So will we get started?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so I think we should kick off with how we actually met because we met by chance and we ended up here recording a podcast. We have only known each other quite recently. I think is this like the third time we've met?
Well, I would say second.
So we met at an event. It was the first.
In January.
Did you know me before that?
Wee bit. I wasn't following you. You were coming up my FYP and I was like, who's this man?
Who's this wee fella?
Who's this man?
He's a handsome lad.
I
must turn up.
I would. So I might have followed you then.
So we were in Derry doing an event. Was it for International Women's Day?
Yes.
You were like, why have they got that dude in the lineup?
Why is there a man here? No men allowed.
Hashtag not all men. So we were at that event and you were on a panel and you talked about your very difficult life. Very sad.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. What did you talk about? I remember it was emotional.
That's how sad it was that you
I
can't
know,
remember.
I was like, geez, she's gone on about it, isn't she? You talked about your spinal injury.
Yes.
Did you talk about your divorce?
Yeah. I spoke about
Did you talk about your OCD?
Not my OCD, no, but you were able to tell that I had OCD.
Yes.
And you were also able to, you thought that I was autistic because I came up on the panel with all my sheets of paper, highlighted, numbered, colour coordinated and all of that. So I did see you on my For You page and I thought, oh, she's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Made me laugh once.
Right.
And then obviously because I have my own podcast starting, I was like, this will be the perfect time to jump this girl and ask her to come on my podcast. So what was it from your point of view?
So, from my point of view, obviously the event that we were doing, I was hosting it. So there's a few panel people. One of the people on the panel was kind of cool because we actually went to primary school together.
Oh.
Other person I never met, and then the last person was you. And I was looking at you with your wee notes, and I was like, she's not quite right. She's not all there.
No.
She's a wee bit like me. But it was funny because I think we look so different. Like we look like such opposites, which is kind of why we thought the podcast would work because we totally are opposites. So I remember kind of going over to you and I was just being polite and stuff and you were like, I really wanted to talk to you. I've been waiting to talk to you. And I was like, geez, right, okay. But we kind of instantly connected. And I think I mentioned when hosting something about OCD.
Yeah.
And I think you then told me you had OCD and I was like, right, okay, because I thought you meant like I like organising my
Oh, your
closet.
house must be really clean.
My house is clean. And I was like, she don't know what OCD. And then I was like, do you actually? Do you? Because it really...
Show me your medical notes.
Exactly. Show me your medication list. Show me your prescription. And you were like, no, actually I do. Like, I have a diagnosis of OCD and I take medication. And I was like, oh my God. Because I had never met another person who had it. And I was like, this is amazing. And then we kind of just automatically became friends a bit. I don't know how you got my number though. How'd you get my number?
Oh, well, I sat outside your house for a week and then
I
followed you home that day.
Yes, yeah.
How did I get your number? No, we
started messaging on Instagram.
That's right. That's right.
I
messaged you straight away.
Like, I don't even... me before I was home.
That's what I was going to say. I don't even think I left the event. And I was like, hey, it was so lovely meeting you.
Hey, new bestie.
Remember me from 5 seconds ago. No, because do you want to tell the people what OCD actually is, or should we not?
No, we probably should, because we'll probably reference it. This is Jenna's other podcast is a mental health podcast, Mental Health and Me.
Yeah.
But this is not a mental health podcast at all. We just both happen to be mentally unhealthy.
Yeah, we are mentally unwell.
It's just coincidence.
Yeah.
So we both have OCD. So that's probably the thing that bonded us. So we probably should mention it. So people know it's obsessive compulsive disorder. But people think that's generally that you're tidy and you're clean and you're particular. I am not tidy or clean. I did not get that flavour. Parents are fuming.
No, I got your house.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, so it's actually, you have intrusive thoughts to the point where they affect your daily life significantly. And they can be around different things. They can be around safety or harm or contaminations or whatever.
Yeah.
So to me, OCD is the worst thing that any person could possibly have, because you're absolutely tormented by your thoughts.
Agree.
So for me, that's what it is. And if I don't take medication, my OCD is out of control. You can nearly go into like a psychosis. Like I'm not the same person as I am right now. But when I take medication, it's managed and it's fine. And I describe it to people as like, it's kind of like being diabetic or something.
Yeah.
You have a medical problem, you need to take medication. Yeah. And it manages
because me and you are very pro medication.
Absolutely.
Because we wouldn't be able to live without that. So whenever I say to people I have OCD, they'd be like, oh, me too, my curtains. And I'd be like, no. So my OCD was, well, I say was because it's managed now. Mine was counting and doors. Doors having to be closed all the time, anywhere I am. If the door wasn't closed, someone would come on and murder my whole entire family. And that was a constant thing. And it's really, like, people listening are probably going, not job. And they're right. They're right. Absolutely right. But that's what OCD is, and I think it is important to highlight that it's not having things in a particular way. It is,
and it's
demented.
It's not something that happens because something's happened to you or you grew up. It's chemical missing. Yeah. You know, it's like if you don't have enough insulin, you don't have, you have any kind of, there's chemical missing. That's all it is. There's plenty missing, I think, with us.
Yeah,
but yeah, we should probably, we're talking there about how we met, but for people who don't know either of us, we should probably introduce who we actually are.
Right, no, I think I'm so famous that everyone should just know me.
You're like, everyone will know me. So, do you want to go first?
My name is Jenna McCusker. We didn't even give our surnames.
I'm like Beyonce. I just like to go by what I want to be the only Emer, you know.
That's not ever going to happen from where we live.
See, I think it was a big problem. Hugo Duncan introduced himself as Hugo Duncan. He should have just been Hugo. No. And he would have been the world famous Hugo. Do you know what I mean?
And Daniel O'Donnell as
He should have just been Daniel.
No, because there's too many.
But not if you're the one, do you know? Not if I'm the only Emer.
You're not?
I know, but I would like to be. Do you know? I'm very egocentric. So introduce yourself.
Spot the narcissist. So I am Jenna McCusker and I am an entrepreneur from Derry, and I own a podcast called Mental Health and Me that I created based off my own catastrophe of a life the past 3 years, where I went through a divorce, lost my first business, and then lost the ability to walk because I was in a horrific accident, and that's what happened to my face. And I'm joking. That did not happen. But that is
what I told my brother.
I know. So I say in my podcast that I had an accident because it's so much quicker than saying a quad equina syndrome, which is the spine collapsing on itself and severing your spinal cord. So I just said accident, and then Emer decides to go and tell her brother that...
because of the nose job thing.
What did you say to him, though? So I went for a nose job.
So Jenna had a nose job recently.
By the way, I made that TikTok about my nose job before and after to kind of like just show the small members of my followers, you know, if you see me out and about looking like this, it's because I had a nose job. That video went viral. 250,000 people see that. So I was out last weekend and so many people come up to me and I'm like, oh, stop, I'm not that good. Some guy was like, oh my God, you're the guy with the nose. And I was like, out of everything that I've achieved in my
that's
life,
the kind of thing that goes viral.
I am not
You're the girl with the nose job.
for the nose girl.
Like, so I knew from the event that we did that you had a spinal cord injury.
Is it because the way I walked?
The way, it was absolutely because the way you walked. So I knew you had a spinal cord injury, and whenever you asked me to help you up out of the chair and all, get the hoist. And I somewhere recall that it was from a horrific car accident. I'm confusing you with someone else.
Because I was never in a car accident.
I know.
I never said that I was in a car accident.
But I think I heard a story at a similar time about someone else, and I thought it was you. So we put up a clip from the podcast that you and I did together, and my brother was all to me, I watched a clip came up on my For You page of you and that blonde girl.
Oh, the bimbo.
The bimbo. And, you know, it was really good, and like you have good chemistry, it was really funny. And I was like, that's nice. Your siblings don't really say nice things. And I was like, oh, thanks very much. And then he was like, oh, I really liked her. And I was like, all right, yeah. And he was like, oh, she was so funny. And I was like, what about me? And
Narcissist.
he said, oh, and she got a nose job. And I said, yeah, she did. And he said, you know what happened? And I said, look, she was in a horrific car accident. The poor girl, you know, she got dumped. She got a divorce, and after that, lost her business. And then after all of that happened, she was in a horrific car accident, which broke her spine and obviously disfigured her face.
Obviously.
He was like, oh yeah, that's terrible. And I was like, so, but I convinced myself this is the truth. And he was like, oh, so that's why she had to get the nose job.
That's why her nose is like that.
Yeah, that's why she got the nose job. And he was like, will she be getting anything?
In that car accident, my tits got cut off, so I think I might go for a big job.
That's why they're gone. The shoulders have swollen. That's what's happening. Her limbs elongated, out of proportion. So yeah, I was telling him about this horrific car accident you were in. And then I was talking to you, and I said, oh yeah, you know, my brother was like a big fan of you, and he thought you were great, and blah, blah. And I said, you know, I told him about your car accident, you know, where you were disfigured, and you were like, I've never been in a car accident. I felt so bad. I haven't told him the truth. I haven't told him, because he seemed to like you even more. He thought, oh, she's been through a lot.
Oh, no, well, you better like me still, even though because it was vanity. Like, there's no medical reason I needed this nose job. Like, it's pure vanity.
Well, do you want to introduce anything else about yourself, or do you want to stop on the nose job?
Like what, Emer?
What else do you have?
Well,
your parent?
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Your child?
I always forget about him. Where is he right now, actually?
It's in the cupboard.
Oh, yeah. No, I am. I'm a mommy. I love being a mommy. My son is so funny. I always post up clips about him. He's only 9. Isn't he funny?
He's a cutie. He is funny.
He is so cute.
So we don't.
And I know people always say, I have the best child. You know, he's so smart and funny. But I do. I genuinely do. Like, his teacher sends home notes, like handwritten. Like, just want to let you know, Dannon is literally amazing, and he obviously is so much like you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nothing like his daddy.
Did they teach you as well?
No. They obviously follow me and watch my podcast.
He is, we don't. So yeah, you do the podcast, you own your own business and everything. So I don't know what to say about myself.
Jesus, we'll be here a while. Let's go.
I don't know. Well, I'm a comedian.
Are you?
Allegedly.
Says who?
Allegedly. So I was a speech and language therapist, gave up my job, became a comedian, a musical comedian, which people are usually like, hate musical comedians. But it is actually good. It's not corny. I never heard
of a musical comedian until you.
Yeah, well, it's like people would say like an Irish Victoria Wood, which I'm happy with because she's great.
Do you know who that is?
I know you don't. Bimbo. So basically, yeah, I'm a musical comedian. I've always written music ever since I was a kid. I have 2 dogs. Very important, represented here by the little orange dog.
Yes, that does not represent either of them, but we will take that.
Dougal's apricot, so that's kind of him a little bit.
He is white.
Dougal, my poodle.
Dougal the poodle.
He's apricot.
Not when I seen him, Emer.
Albie's white.
Are you?
He was maybe a bit. I might be. He was maybe a bit pale. So yeah, I got Dougal and Albie. Dougal is a assistance dog we were talking about earlier. So I have a diagnosis of autism. And I always feel like at the start of a podcast, I should say, you know, from Twitch and all that, I'm always worried people are going to think I'm on something. I am the spectrum.
That's what I was going to say. I heard you in the bathroom twice. Oh my God, listen how good my nostrils.
Oh my God, they're so open. That nose job's great. So, yeah, I got 2 great dogs. Might bring Dougal here for an episode because he is actually an assistance dog. So, you know, need to bring him to get the Pip.
I never knew. Please sit him beside me because I would fucking love Pip and I need it. I don't want to work anymore. But I never knew there was such a thing as an
autism assistant dog.
Yeah, and I was like, so what does he actually do?
Dougal is kind of a hard one because
he is autistic.
Yes, he is. So it's more like a friend, you know. But he's only about halfway through his training. But they have to be able to do 3 specialist skills to qualify. So that he was put forward for was giving medication.
I can't believe that. Did he ever give you medication?
Not like a pessary or anything.
Does he walk over and be like, excuse me, medication?
Excuse me, love. Open up.
How does it work? Like, how does that work?
So really, at medication time, I don't know if it's based on an alarm or whatever, he's supposed to know when it's medication time. And
when he barks, you see, I would just say, fuck up.
Well, he doesn't bark. I thought he was deaf for 6 months because he didn't make a noise. But he's not, he's just well civil. So you know, things, they're trained then according to smell of things. So he'll know what medication smells like, he'll know whatever. So he's meant to do that. He's also meant to do deep pressure therapy for sensory issues.
So he lies on you?
Lies on you, and he's huge, as you know. Yeah. And then the other thing he's meant to do is garden in a crowd. Not gardening, but guarding me in a crowd. So he does do that, and he does do the deep pressure therapy. So we're working on the medication. But he is not the brightest, but he's
really not the brightest.
No, he's not, but he's so affectionate and so eager to please, and he's the best dog in the world. So I'm going to talk about him later. But yes, so I'm a musical comedian. I'm from Strabane, which I like to tell everyone because I'm very proud of Strabane.
You're that proud that you moved and bought a house in Belfast?
Absolutely.
Don't even go there, Emer.
Love Strabane. I have a big family. I've a good few siblings. I'm very close to my family, my parents. And what else? Yeah, Dougal and Albie. They're my whole entire life. And I guess that's me. I mentioned autism. And also, of course, we both have the OCD, which is what bonds us together. I think they're pretty good introductions.
Yes, and we're both workaholics.
Yes, we are.
All we do is work.
All we do is work. That is true.
Like we will have another business, I say, by the end of the year.
Absolutely.
Aye.
I was at a barbecue last night, and I was, you know...
So that's what took you so long to write back?
Well, no, I was in the kitchen sending you voice notes and writing out episode
while eating burgers.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that was...
And on Friday night at 11 o'clock at night, you were sending me things. So
Saturday night it was. That's why I spent my Saturday nights after Mass.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, we go into the topic. So we know how we've met.
Yes.
What were your first impressions of me?
Oh, right. So that's right. You give your point of view. So my point of view
I didn't give my first impression, though.
Right. Do you want to give it now or do you want to wait?
No, you go first, just because I don't know how this is going to go.
So whenever I was walking up, like you were coming out of the crowd at the event, and you came right up to me and you said, I've got 2 tickets for Iron Maiden, maybe. No, I'm joking. No, I was like, oh my God. I had this full speech that I had to talk about, but I was more worried about meeting you because I was like, how can I come across as not mad to try and get her on my podcast to talk about being mad? So that's when I was like at the end of it, remember? Like, you were all, thank you very much for coming. And I was all, right, you, come here.
Rugby tackled me.
Can you come on my podcast? And you were like, yes, looking down my top and all.
I was like, we're not on there.
That's why I think you were trying to work out. Is she half is she early transitioning?
Who is this?
Like, is this a man or a
Pre or
woman?
post?
Not sure yet.
So yeah, I don't really know. My first impressions were just, I do remember being like, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between. Thank you very much. I'm Emer Maguire. It was lovely spending today with you. Blah blah. You know, as if I was at Wembley. And you know,
6 people there.
6 people there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the Everglades and there.
2 of them were men on International Women's Day.
And you were like, you get over here. So I remember being like, yeah, like, I mean, I definitely liked you, and I don't really like people.
Did you fancy me?
No. Sorry, that was too quick.
Was it the nose?
Did you fancy me?
Aye.
That's
no.
Oh no, you can't change your answer now. It wasn't the nose. I liked your nose before. I thought you were pretty. I did think that. I liked your outfit.
I can't remember.
We gold buttons.
Probably.
Yeah, I did like your outfit. I really like clothes, so I was like, it's a good outfit.
Oh right, so the fist is.
It was a face
clothes
and the
is-
accent. I thought,
Oh, my accent? I don't even think I have a wild dairy accent, do you? I don't think so.
are you serious? I actually think it's pretty strong.
Julie,
I have
do
an accent too, of course.
Do I have a really dairy?
Julie, do I have a really dairy accent, mate? Do you?
That's Belfast.
No,
It
it's
is.
Derry.
We don't say
Really,
mate
really,
in
really?
Derry.
Really?
We say mucker.
All right, mucker.
Aye.
It is strong, like, isn't it,
Jesus.
Julie?
Can't a woman be born and bred in Derry and have
Oh,
a Derry accent?
absolutely no. I see. I have PTSD because I went to school in Derry,
Oh,
so I'm a little bit PTSD
what's good?
from Lumen Christie.
Oh, I would too if I went there.
Absolutely.
Aye.
Great school, great school.
Um,
So will we talk about chance encounters that we've had? So
Yeah.
we've talked about us meeting. That's the whole reason we're doing this podcast. We met, typical story, boy meets girl, falls in love,
Yeah.
make a podcast. So will we talk about like chance encounters maybe that we have had in our lives? Because we want to make the
Right.
first episode all about like meetings, chance encounters.
Right.
So what about you? Do you have any big meetings that you've had that have really just changed things for you?
I like the story of how I met my son's daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So we met.
Grindr.
He's on there now.
No, so
We met and probably did. He'd go here, Granny.
my granny died on Christmas Day.
We met in so this was early 2006, 2007, so zero social media. So we met in the solicitor's office, can't say that word. I would really love to say that he was a lawyer and I was the, PA, and it was a, love at first. No, we were both separately getting claims of some sort. So he obviously...
Where there's blame.
fell down a hole.
That's happened to me many times. Not claim first.
But you wouldn't claim. I don't know. I can't remember now. I've had that many claims. So obviously he looked at me and thought, who is this angel in front of me? So he tracked me down on Bimbo, mine Bimbo.
Oh, I love people.
Tracked me down there, and we just fell in love, and obviously
That's
got
so romantic.
married, had our son, and then little did I know, 15 years later, we would be back in that same solicitor's office
No
going through
way.
a divorce.
Same one.
The circle of life,
Oh my god.
isn't it?
So that's a bit of a depressing story to start.
No,
As you
believe
sip
me,
your
it's
cup.
the best thing that ever happened. Say the scorned woman.
The meeting him or the divorce, or both? Because you got your son,
Both. Aye.
and he's a wee dote.
Aye.
One of my best meetings was meeting my best friend, Janet.
Who?
So Janet.
No, my name's Jenna.
Sorry, Jenna. So I was at uni, and I wasn't the most social person. Surprise. And
See, I find this, right, so let's scale it back.
yeah,
You have absolutely no problem going on stage and singing and
Yep.
making people laugh.
yeah,
But when I asked you to hand out flyers for this podcast,
absolutely not.
you said no.
Absolutely not.
And then you also said that you would not order coffee downstairs. How?
Because those things require an interaction. So obviously with autism, like it's a social communication disability, so it's the social communicating, it's a back and forth, it's difficult.
Right.
But if you're on a stage, it's not an interaction, it's a performance.
Right.
And autistic people are really good at performing. You're wearing
Okay.
a mask, you're performing. So loads of autistic people end up as actors, performers, comedians, singers, because they're performing and it's a one-directional interaction. You might get heckled the odd time, but you can choose which ones to react to, which ones to respond to. Whereas if you're up on a stage, you know what you're going to say. I know what I'm going to say, I know what I'm going to sing. Whereas if I'm in a coffee shop and someone asks me something off the script, I guess,
Yes.
I just freak out
Aye.
because I'm not prepared for it. So it's kind of the back and forth, the interaction, and the unexpectedness that comes from that. So autistic people love routines.
Yeah, and
So
the small talk as well. You can't
small
do.
talk and anything that's
No.
unexpected. And whenever, I'm not good at small talk. Like we saw it in action earlier when Julie came over, was
Yes.
fixing my mic. And she was saying about, how long she's been here and working here and all. And I says, do you like working here or do you hate it? And you both laughed, but I was like,
It's because she was this close and
she
you were
was
like, Do you like working here? Do you hate it?
Like-
She's hardly going to be all fucking hit it. This is
We get that in camera.
This doesn't work.
But you know what I mean? Like, small talk is just not my forte, and I don't
I'm so
understand
bad
it.
at small talk.
So I'm not good, but myself and a lot of other autistic people find in front of an audience much, much easier.
See, that's crazy. I would absolutely
Yeah.
die in front of an audience.
But I wasn't very social, so I didn't have very many friends. I didn't have a lot of experience with making friends by the time I got to university. And I remember in first year, I had 2 friends kind of. One was a girl who was in my halls with me, so we were friends by proximity. And the other was a girl that I fancied. So
Right.
we were friends because we fancied each other.
Right.
You know, so if I ever have friends, it's generally because I fancy them. You know,
Right.
and that was all good. That was fine. So we were a little friendship group, the 3 of us. But there were 2 older students in our class, and because we were 18, we thought they were like in their 70s.
Fossils.
Right. They were maybe 40. Right.
Oh my God, I'm so close to 40 right now.
I know. Like, we thought, oh my God, like, who let them in? Right. And I remember on the first day, this is how I met my best friend, Jenna. On the first day, we were in the class, and the people were giving talks and stuff, the lecturers, and someone said something about student finance, and somebody put their hand up and said, how do we apply for XYZ grant or whatever? And I looked over, and it was somebody old, you know, in my opinion. And I turned to the person beside me, and I said, oh my God, so embarrassing. Why would you bring your mum, right? But it was a mature student. But I didn't know at the time. Cause I think because I'm autistic, if you don't tell me something,
Yes.
I won't know it's
Yeah.
possible. So I was like, right, it's a mature student. But then about 6 months down the line, this mature student always sat with the other mature student. So all the young ones, we all kind of were like one class, and then the 2 mature students were always together, right?
Because
they were old,
mature.
right? And they were probably, you know, sharing 10 lady and, you know, talking about homes, right? So they were all together, right? And then one day, one of the mature students didn't show up, and the other mature student was on her own.
Oh, she needed assistance.
And I thought, that poor wee thing.
Oh, God.
And I said to my 2 friends, look, Janet, now, bear in mind, she was probably late 30s, at the most 40, right?
My age.
You're right. She was your age, right? I thought she was so old. And she had a kid and all. And I was like, oh, she's a kid. And she was on her own.
Near
And
retirement and at uni.
I know. And I turned to my 2 friends and said, "Och, one of the old ones is on her own today. That's really sad. We can't leave somebody elderly on their own. So I'm going to go and sit beside her."
Oh.
I didn't know that she heard me because I was probably as close, but I wouldn't have
Right.
had the social awareness. So I was here, she was there, and I was like, that old doll's on her own. I'm going to go and befriend her. So I went over to her, and I was like, do you want me to sit beside you today? Because you're on your own and your friend's not here. And she was like, okay. And I was like, okay, well, we can be friends. And see, from that moment, we were best friends.
That
and
is a line like out of the Undateables or something.
Absolutely.
Like
absolutely.
That is a scene from that.
And we have now been, that was 2010. We have now been best friends.
So she dead now then?
She has been dead a long time. She died the year after. No, we have now been friends for us 2010 for 15 years. Best friends.
So she's 55 now?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
All from that moment of, like, you know, that chance of the other girl not coming in.
Aye.
Because if the other girl had come in that day, I would never have gone over
Did
to
you
her.
ask to go on her will or anything like that? Was there
I would like to
agenda?
think I'm in it. She's a
Aye.
child my age too who I'm fighting for it. But
Full custody.
but that was a real chance meeting, and that's how I met my best friend. And like, I just think, like, I always don't believe in things like fate or whatever, but I just think if that girl hadn't have not come in that day,
You would never have met
I
her.
would never. I would have known who she was because we would have been in the same class.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have become best friends.
No.
And like, she was so good to me. So that summer in first year, like, I stayed up in Belfast, like, on my own, and like, she let me move in with her for a while, and she got me a job in Belfast in a nursing home, and like, you had to cook and all
Was
and
she the
clean,
patient in the nursing home?
I was her personal care. And like, you had to I had to do all these things I couldn't do, you know, because
Right.
autism, I can't cook, I can't do all this
Yeah.
stuff. And
So you
she
say-
would come in every shift and do all the stuff with me and teach me. So she
was like a mentor.
She was like a mentor. So she taught me how to do the cleaning. She tried to teach me how to do the ironing. She tried to teach me how to do the cooking. Like everything.
That is so kind.
It is, oh, she's the kindest person.
I like her. I think I would like her to be my friend as well.
She's the best. And you know the thing is, we also are total opposites. So obviously she's older than me. We're from very different backgrounds. She is really religious, like she's Christian. Like I'm like the Antichrist. You know, I'm gay. She, you know, like we are so opposites. But I think you can have friends that are soulmates, and I think she's one of mine. And I think amazing. I only met her because that other doll didn't come in.
That is so cute. But that's kind of like me and you as well, because like Absolutely. I can't make friends. Like first, I don't go anywhere to make friends.
Yeah.
Second,
me too.
I'm too tired to make new friends. But with you, it was different. It was like you are the only person that can make me laugh. It was like an
instant connection.
Aye.
I know, because I keep saying to people, Jenna's really funny, and they're like, "Do you actually think she's funny?" Because like nobody makes me laugh apart from my siblings.
But no one knows me like that way. They think that I'm really serious and like, let's talk about your mental health and the worst time of your life and stuff. But I am funny.
You are funny.
My sister said as well. So
you definitely are funny.
At what point can I change my bio then to comedian?
I think maybe give it a wait till we've got you to do a few shows.
Right. Oh, fuck, that's
front
never
of an
going to
audience, so never. Did you have I think you had a story about chance meetings about your business.
Yes,
your new business.
That's right.
What was that?
So when I divorced my husband, I lost my first business with that, and then I had to get up and going again and start from scratch. So I was now a single mother on benefits, lonely as fuck. I literally had nothing, and my business wasn't like, I wasn't getting the custom. So I had to go around all the shops, and there I thought, right, I'll go and I'll see if they will stock my shops. So I drove around for a full day, and I went to 10 different shops, and some of them, before I even spoke, so made me working for them. They're like, no, we don't want to stock your stuff. And I was like, right, okay, that's grand. 10 no's I got, and at the end of the day I was like, right, it's my like I can't make a business out of this, it's not going to happen. And then on my way home I stopped at a specific shop beside my house. It's massive, and I was sitting outside and the rain was beating down, and I thought, no, there's no point. Like, there's no point. And I was chatting to myself and going, go on, no, you're going to get shut down again in front of everyone on there. But I did. I went on, and before I even opened my mouth, the man says, oh my God, my wife loves your stuff. And I said, I'm here to see if you would stock my stuff. And he was like, absolutely, I'd love to. So I stocked him, and he said, look, I'm the manager of this store, but I also have a store in here, here, and here. So you can stock your stuff there as well. So that's how it started. And I'm in 30 shops now. So if that man didn't give me that, like, I wouldn't have my business that I have today. How class is that?
It is amazing. Like,
isn't it?
Do you think those things are fate, or do you think they're coincidence?
I don't know. What do you think?
It's hard because I literally don't believe in anything because I'm so concrete. But then when there's things that are so serendipitous, I'm like, that's too coincidental.
I believe everything happens for a reason, though.
Well, I guess that's fate.
Okay.
I guess that is fate. Like, that's probably the definition of what it is. Like, I feel like, okay, nothing's fate, blah, blah, blah. But if you ask me about meeting Dougal, I think that was fate for me.
Why?
So, and it was probably the best chance meeting I've ever had. So, we've talked about this before. You got divorced, I got dumped. So I was in a relationship for a while, for 11 years. Can
we just say how hard the end of any relationship is?
Oh
whether
my
you
God.
are dumped.
You're like, whether it's a gay one or a normal one.
No, whether you are dumped or the dumpee.
Oh,
it
it's terrible.
Matter.
It's
like,
terrible.
It's so hard.
It's so hard. So yeah, I got dumped after 11 years.
Bitch. Her, not you.
And I should have seen it coming, but I didn't. And it's hard when you have a house for someone and all that there and blah, 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 and you think your future's with them and all. But anyway, so I got dumped, and we had a dog, Albie. Right. And I said...
Is this the one you have now?
Yes.
Well, you got full custody?
I got full custody.
Well done.
So I said, don't care, what you want, take whatever you want. I'm taking Albie.
Right.
There is no discussion about it.
See, I was opposite. I'll take the child.
I
will have everything.
She was like, all right. So I don't think she wanted him.
No.
He is a wee shit. But he's my wee
No, he's
shit.
not.
He's a dope. He liked you,
He
actually.
loved me.
So I was like, I'm having Albie. I can't not have him. Like,
Aw.
and we got Albie because at the time I was struggling to make friends. Didn't really have a lot of friends and all this here, and I was quite lonely. And I was like, I've always wanted a dog. I think a dog would be good for me. A dog isn't going to be draining for me in the way people are because he doesn't talk. So that's why we got Albie. So he was always for me. So that was fine. So I took him, and me and Albie moved to about 5 different houses in 3 months because obviously we were homeless because we had sold our house to buy a new house.
Right.
But when she dumped me, the new house obviously couldn't happen, but our house was already sold.
Oh,
So me and Albie had nowhere to go. So me and Albie were looking for somewhere to live, but nowhere would take dogs. So we eventually moved into my brother's student house. His landlord was very good to let the dog come. And he was a tiny dog, didn't shed, so that was allowed. Then moved to a few other places. Then my brother bought a house, we moved in with him. Finally, I got a house. I bought a house next door to my brother.
That's right.
Me and Albie moved in there. But Albie was a bit depressed.
Like you.
Like me. And, like, I thought it was because he missed his other mummy, right?
Oh, maybe.
But I don't think it was, because I don't think he was ever that fussed on her. I think he was just, it was all these new houses, all these new places, and his wee life was disrupted, and I felt the same. So my mum and my best friend both said to me, we think you should get another dog, which is the last thing, they're both very sensible, the last thing that they would say. But I think because I have such a connection with dogs, they were thinking the house won't be as quiet and it would be good for Albie and it would be good for you.
Were they like, look, your dog's depressed, get him put down, we'll get you a new one?
Absolutely. I think they were going to put me down. You know what I mean? They were like,
You were going to put yourself
you're
down.
you're not right. So they were like, and I was like, no, I am not getting another dog because Albie has been an only child for 7 years. I am not bringing in another dog to throw him off and blah, blah. And I said, I don't even want to talk about it. Nobody will mention this other dog again, whatever. So that was fine. So nobody mentioned the dog to me again. And then one Sunday, I was on my phone and I was hugging Albie and I thought, maybe I'll just look and see if there would be any wee sibling for him. I'll not go and get the dog or anything. I'll just have a look.
Yeah.
So I went on every place in the country and looked. And I must have looked at hundreds of dogs. And there was one dog and he was huge and he was a poodle and he didn't have a name. He was just called Dog.
But where did you find, like, where do you find dogs?
So at rescue places.
Oh.
So I was looking at rescues.
Right.
I was thinking, I'm never going to get one. But I was on looking. All these rescues, hundreds I looked at. I saw this Dougal. He was massive. There'd been no inquiries about him. He'd been there for a while. He was huge. Weren't sure what age he was and all this here. And he looked so goofy. And I swear to God, I got this feeling. I was like, that's my dog. Like, that's the other member of our family. Like, I was like, that's your brother.
Say hello.
And the same day, my mum sent me a link and said, look at this dog. And
Don't tell me it was
him.
No way.
Yep. Of all the hundreds of dogs in the rescue centres in the country, like
Oh my God.
a place in Moira, random place, like we're not from anywhere near there, and I was like, oh my God, like this is fate. Even though I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I felt like that was fate. So my mum came up from Belfast and I said, like, Mum, I think we need to go see this dog. So she came up from Belfast and we went to see him. We drove out and we didn't bring Albie because Albie actually hates other dogs, so we couldn't bring him.
Right.
And we went out.
That was such a good idea then.
Such
getting
a good
another dog for him.
But the day that I saw him, they then posted him on Facebook, and of course then he had 600 likes and all these inquiries, and I thought, are you kidding me? Like, I've just seen him and I now think he's my soulmate, right? So basically we went out and there was people there to see him, and they brought him out to see us, and they said, now, he's very shy and he's very timid. And they brought him out. He was so skinny. He had all these patches of hair missing.
Oh, the wee pet.
He looked terrific. My mum says, that's one of the ugliest dogs I've ever seen. He
Perfect
was so... Yeah, he looks like you. He was so big, gangly legs and all. My mum says, oh, it could be all right if you cut about 6 inches off his legs. And I was like, how about we cut 6 inches off your legs? Because my ma is very tall. I know. I was like, I can't do that. But he came over to me and he put his head on me and I hugged him and I was like, this is it. And there's other people waiting to see him and I was like, they're not getting him.
No,
He's
get out of
mine.
line.
And then he wouldn't leave me to go off with the other people. And I took him a walk and all this here and I was just like, he's my dog. So we went home and they were like, we'll be in touch. It was like, you're adopting a child. Like it was very rigorous. And then they FaceTime me and they were like, we need to do a house visit. And I was like, right. But then they were like, we can do it on WhatsApp call. So I showed them all around the house, showed them all around the garden.
Your neighbours?
Yeah, showed them the neighbours.
Not your own.
I texted him the next day. I couldn't sleep thinking about not having him. And I texted him the next day and I said, look, I need this dog. Can I come and get him? And they said, do you have a shower in the house? And I was like, of course I do. Like, so they said, well, if you're able to shower him at home, you can have him.
Right.
And I said, right, okay. And they said, but you need to bring your other dog first and we need to see that they're compatible. God. I was like, Mum, you may sedate him. Because you may
or just say he died overnight.
Just sedate him.
The dog doesn't exist anymore.
So we brought Albie. My mum held him in a vice-like grip the whole time. We went in. He barked at every dog in the place. He started a staffy. He was up on the back of some German Shepherd. He's tiny. He's a wee demon. Horrific. And he was going mental. And he got over to Dougal. And he just sat down beside him.
No way.
Didn't make a peep, didn't make a sound. I think he knew Dougal was so pathetic. Because he was so pathetic. And he's the most timid dog. So I brought them both home. Best friends.
That is so cute.
Albie has never had separation anxiety. See if I take Dougal out of the house now without Albie howls and howls until you bring Dougal back.
That's a son. So
and I only got Dougal.
Sorry.
Because me and my mum both sent him. Each other at the same time. I know.
So I thought that you were given Dougal.
No.
For assistance.
So I was on the list for autism assistance dog.
Right.
But how it worked with Dougal is I got him and was still on the list. I'm still on the list. Got an email from them yesterday morning.
Maybe you should come off it.
I know.
Unless you want 3 dogs.
And someone then said, I can't remember who it was. I don't know who it was. Someone said to me, his temperament is so amazing. Why don't you do assistance dogs training with him? And I was like, I don't think you can do that. And I looked it up and you could, and I registered him with a company in England, so he now does his training.
Yeah.
But they have to pass a temperament test, and then they have to pass different tests and all here. But Poodle, he's a full bred poodle, which he happened to be, and it's one of the top 4 breeds for assistance dogs. Like, I didn't know any of that, so that all, like, now that he is also my assistance dog, that is all just fate.
So do you train him?
Yeah.
So there's things that you have to follow to do the training?
Yeah, and he has to do like his bronze training, his silver training. He has to go to England, do an access test.
Put on a wash and like hang it up and stuff?
So, he can't. But some of the people in the group, some of the jobs of their dogs are put in a load of laundry, open the fridge,
I need to see
take
this.
out a meal, open a door, like find keys, find this, put them down on the ground when they're about to collapse, like unbelievable stuff,
mental.
Isn't it?
Because I have heard about epilepsy dogs. Like they
yes, like a medical detection dog. So there's
Yep.
medical detection dogs in our training group, like, which is amazing. Dougal can't smell anything. He can't. I put a treat in front of him, he can't smell it.
What alarmed me about Dougal though is because he has an autism. Why are you laughing at alarmed?
Alarmed.
I was really alarmed at this. So I sat down and he jumped on me and gave me weight and didn't get off me, and I was like,
I could tell.
am I autistic? I think he
Dougal
could
tell.
knows.
He 100% could tell.
And he was also standing on the other dog constantly.
He stands on Albie.
Aye.
So he's so big and Albie's so
huge.
small that Dougal stands on. And like, people always say to me, he's not a poodle because he's too big.
That's what I didn't say he's not. I was like, what breed is he? He's half horse, half
huge.
poodle.
They're huge.
I've never seen a bigger dog.
I got his DNA tested because everyone kept saying he wasn't a poodle. He's 100% purebred poodle. I was like, suck on that. You know?
Did you frame it and all?
I had to do a wee buccal swab and all. I had to do a wee...
I can't believe you did that just to prove people wrong.
Of course I did. That's the kind of me.
Narcissist.
That's exactly. So will we go to our That Can't Be Real segment that we're going to do?
Yes.
Yes. So we are going to do a segment every week, if it works this week. And it's going to be That Can't Be Real. It's going to be stories and stuff on the topic that we're doing. But they're things that are real, things that have happened that are in the news that you're like, what the actual, like, seriously, how did that happen?
Well, if you just go on BBC News daily, then every headline makes
everything.
you think
So we're going to do weird news, most unbelievable stories about the theme. So the stuff that you send your mates on TikTok and be like, what the actual hell is this real?
This is not real life.
So these are about meetings. So do you want to tell us some of yours?
Yes. Right. So I remember hearing about this one, you know.
Do you?
I do. So Shot in the same photo years before meeting, a couple from China discovered they'd both been photographed at the same spot, standing metres apart, 11 years before they met, fell in love, and married at that very location. This is the photo.
Let's see.
It?
Do you know what I'll be thinking? How could you be 100% sure that's him?
It kind of looks like Shane Todd.
It kind of looks like any guy. Do you know what I mean?
He would need to have evidence as well to prove that he was there at that time.
He would need a photo from that exact angle. Because, not that I'm a doubting Thomas or anything.
I love how they circled him.
As if he's the only person in the picture. But you know what I mean? How could you be sure? Is he wearing... It looks like he's wearing... Is he wearing like a Squid Game tracksuit? That's what it looks like he's wearing.
It can't be. It was 11 years. When was this? Sorry, this is from the New York Post. And years ago. So it can't be Squid Game.
I think that is a bit... I don't know. I think he's just trying to be romantic there by telling her that.
Do you reckon?
Well, I don't know how you could be sure. Could he prove that in a court of law?
Do you ever think of how many people's photos that you're in the background of?
Not until now.
I was at the Giants Causeway yesterday, and I am 1,000,000% behind everyone's photo because I couldn't move. I was stuck on a rock for so long.
Because of your spine?
I needed a helicopter and all to go get.
That's terrible. Right, do you have another one?
I do, actually. But by the way, if this is how people are meeting, like in the background of photos, I will never meet the man of my dreams because I just object raise anyone in the background of mine. Do you do that?
No.
Do you not know what object raise is?
What, you erase an entire person?
I can erase anything.
Why?
I don't know. I just found this app on my phone.
I can erase anything.
I can erase anything. Me hope my new boyfriend hands a range. Sorry, I'm single now. No, but you can. I'll show you how to do it after this.
Oh my God.
So, the next one. Woman spots her fiancé in her old phone video months before they met.
So what, she took a video of him?
Woman spots her fiancé. In her old phone video months before they met.
I thought you were doing that creepy thing that people do where they lick their fingers to get... Is that what you were doing?
Yes, that's what it is. Is that creepy?
I would like this place to be disinfected.
What other
way
would you like me to get the things off?
I would prefer you not to put your
saliva.
What
were you doing with this paperwork before you give it to me?
That's my sweat that you've licked. They're stuck together with my sweat.
I'm sure it is. So, a bride-to-be found her now fiancé in the background of a video she filmed at a hockey game months before they ever met.
Right, so why were they both there? They were both just spectators?
Aye, in the background of a fight. Is that really a chance meeting? Because there's thousands of people there.
Are they from the same place?
I actually have more information on that.
Aye, so if they're both spectators, but for example, he works
photos,
there or something.
No photos or videos, no evidence.
They're looking for
just
attention.
Text.
I would like to know the context.
Right, so bride-to-be Audrey Roberts tell People magazine she recently was deleting old videos on her phone when she noticed a man in the background of one of the clips and recognised him as her fiancé, Ethan Somoza. The video had been taken 3 months before the couple ever met. Mm-hmm. Now Roberts credits the invisible string theory for bringing the pair together when the timing was finally right. There you go. Do you know if I believe that, though? I am so sorry, Audrey.
I don't know if let me see it. I don't know.
I
need to fact check it. Because I just don't. Because I think they were just, that's not that coincidental. Like, were they both on the other side of the world?
No, they were both at the same hockey match.
The video was filmed when Roberts was filmed when he was living in Greenville, and she was living in Greenville, happened to be attending the hockey game of a friend's boyfriend. As it turns out, Somoza was there too as one of the players. So he was playing. So how's that a coincidence?
That's shit.
That's like, I went to see Man United play in 1990 and David Beckham happened to be there. Do you know what I mean?
Imagine that.
That's not I know.
No, I don't like that one. The invisible string theory.
What is that? I've never even heard that.
I must ask her.
Being pulled together?
You've never heard of the invisible string theory? It's like when you're, basically your soulmate is in another part of the world, but you are connected through a invisible string, and then you just finally come together.
Never heard of that.
There you go.
Never heard of it. Okay, I'll tell you. My ones are kind of chance meetings where people have written into newspapers Do you know? Nobody's ever written into the Strabane Chronicle.
That's what I was going to say. He even writes apart from me
I know.
anymore.
I know. Right, so this is a good one. So Darcy had a boyfriend. It was 2000. She was the last person to board a plane. And she saw that someone else was sitting on her seat, right? And the person said, sorry, do you mind switching with me? Because my wife is afraid of flying, so I want to sit beside her. And Darcy was fuming because she's 6 foot. I think she's a bit of a Jenna. So she had purposely booked a seat in the exit row, and she was raging. She says, right, fine. So the wife was sitting at the window seat.
Right.
The husband was sitting in the middle seat or something, and she was sitting, but somehow she ended up beside the husband, right? And he was called Scott, and they talked for the 5 hours of the flight. See if you were the wife.
Oh,
Would you not be like,
well,
what are you doing, Scott?
depends how much she likes her husband.
Well, he's nice enough if he wants to sit beside her to keep her calm. So, and he asked her during the flight if she was dating anybody. It's a bit forward.
No, you can't
Not
ask
when your
that
husband.
No.
Not when your husband.
No.
But anyway, she was like, kind of, not really, blah, blah, blah. So then they got on grand, whatever. She saw him again at the luggage carousel. And then they both couldn't stop thinking about each other for months after.
Months?
Right? Months. Then her mum, she couldn't stop talking about the plane guy. So her mum put an ad in the local paper, the Sacramento News. Saying,
Even though he was married?
Yeah, saying, I'm looking for Scott, who's a foreman, who I met on a plane. Then, a couple of weeks later, her ex-boyfriend rang her and said, I knew you were cheating on me. She's like, what are you on about? And he saw a different newspaper called the Sacramento Bee.
Right.
And the guy had
Don't
put an
lie.
ad in that paper saying, I'm looking for Darcy. I met her on a plane from Atlanta and I really need a replay. I hope you feel the same.
Oh my God.
Isn't that mad? Then they got married and they have 18-year-old twins.
Oh my God.
Isn't that a good one?
That is so class.
That is pretty good. So they both put ads in different papers, but
Looking
neither of them saw it, but her ex-boyfriend saw it. And if he hadn't rang up fuming, because if I saw it, I wouldn't be ringing anybody.
No.
So if he hadn't...
So he left, hold on though, there's a bit of adultery going on there that we must say. That
which
we
we're
do
not condoning.
condone.
We're not condoning.
We don't
However,
do
it's a
that.
good story.
It is.
That's
It's
a great
lovely
story.
I would love someone to fall that madly, deeply in love with me that they write
Into the
into
paper.
the paper looking for me. They'll probably write into the paper saying, stay away from this mad
There's a
bitch.
psychopath. Front page of the Dairy Journal. So there's 2 more kind of cute ones, I guess. So there was Michael and Sarah met on a train in London, and he rode into London's metro and said, I met this girl on the train, but he had a stammer, so he didn't want to go up to her. So he wrote in the paper, train lady with dark brown hair. I'm the dark-haired stranger on the train, but I'm too shy to come over. Would you like to meet up? I think that's so cute.
That is so cute.
And then his working hours changed and he started to take a different train and she didn't see it. But 3 months later, they randomly bumped into each other in the street and he asked her out. And now they're married and they have a kid. And he said, when I saw my first wife, I had an instant realisation I've always wanted to be with her. First wife?
Adultery again.
Sorry, when I first saw my wife.
Oh, right. I was like, why is
like,
adultery?
my
Is
first
the
wife?
fame adultery today?
Yeah, so if you started dating someone, right, and then months later found out they'd put an ad in the paper looking for you, would you be happy or creeped out?
Well, it depends how much I like that person.
If you loved them, you'd think it was the most romantic thing in
I
the world.
would be like, let's go steady right now.
If you were on the fence, that would give you the ick.
I'd
the
probably get a restraining order.
I'd have the ick. Right, one more of these because they're cute as hell.
I actually have a funny one. Hold on, I want to tell the world this.
Is it about you?
Aye. It's about me.
What did
So-
you write under the
No, I was
Londonderry
well,
Sentinel?
No, not Londonderry. Anything. No, I
It's
was.
the Cross Community Podcast.
So my son has never seen me date. Like
I'd like to think that. That'd be wildly
no,
inappropriate.
like I've never had a boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I am just, it's just me and him, and he's never seen me with a man, talking about a man or anything, not in his company anyway. But I actually haven't. I haven't been with anyone, but I find it really hard to be attracted to people, you know. It takes a lot for me to really, really find someone attractive. So when I was in Dubai there, and I was in Dubai in April, and there was this man, right, and he walked into the restaurant with 2 of his friends, and I seen him and I thought, he is fucking gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe it. And I looked at my 9-year-old and I said, you're going to be my wingman. You're also going to be a cockblock.
Oh, God.
But you're going to be my wingman. So I says to him, Dan, and go and do me a favour. I says, see
You
that
didn't
boy
send him
over
over
there.
to
I says,
strange
don't make it obvious. This is him.
He's like,
Straight
which
over
one?
him, right? So I said, like, how? Because I'm not going to walk up and be like,
Yeah,
because
give
I
me your
can't,
number.
like, I
'Cause you can't walk.
He would see me lump and be all, go away. He probably did see me lump. So I wrote on a napkin
Oh, my God.
an Instagram logo with my Instagram name.
Did you write mental health on me?
No. He can't know that side of me yet.
That's what I was
No,
thinking.
my personal one, right?
Uh-huh.
So, like, I folded it up and I was all, like, I didn't say to Dannon what it was or what I was doing. I was like, see that fucking sexy man over there? Just give him this. But I was like, let me walk up. So I paid the bill and I walked up the Paramount, what you call it?
Promenade?
Yes, that thing. And my wee wingman ran over and said, here you go, and then ran up
That
to
is
me,
cute.
right? So I said to Dan, and I says, what did he say? And he goes, what? So he must have been French. Never heard anything. And my son still asks to this day, did that man ever get back to you?
Did my new daddy ever contact you?
No. It must have been gay.
Were you mortified? I must have been gay is the only explanation.
Or
I think if
he's
he was gay, he
seen
would have
me-
gone for you.
He's seen me lump and thought, I can't deal with
I think
a
he would have
lump.
thought of them big shoulders.
I would bear hug
lovely
him
fella.
twice for these big arms. So I was...
Did
like,
you feel very slighted? Or were you like,
I was raging because, like, my profile picture is stunning.
is it?
I don't know, actually. It's just me on a podcast.
It's all right. It's
and
okay.
I don't have a lot of friends on my personal one either. I think if you have too many friends on your
Do you know
personal
what?
page, it's off-putting.
Maybe he was married or something.
To a man, obviously.
Maybe he was married. Oh,
No,
because
he was married. I always check and make sure there's no ring.
You can take him off.
Who the fuck does... Why would you do that?
I don't know. It's on a TV show. I don't know.
didn't?
Derek
You definitely
Shepherd
did
just
that.
took his off.
Who did?
Didn't Derek Shepherd took his off? That's how Meredith didn't know. Don't know that. Anyway, back to our love stories.
Back to our love story.
That's sad. Right, so this is the last one. So it's about Jason and Jeff. We've got a little gay one in here.
Oh, of course.
Of course, you know, equality and all. So Jason put an ad in a local paper and said, I'm just a cute, normal guy seeking the same tall, bookish types of plus. That's cute. That's
Tall
good.
bookish type.
Yeah.
Right.
And he went on dates with a few guys and wasn't interested in them. But then at the end of the ad's run, he got a voicemail. And he said there was something about the guy's voice. He just knew he was in love with him.
Oh my god.
I know. That's what makes me excited.
Are you getting all tingly inside?
Absolutely. And at the end of the call, he tried to play it again. And he pressed delete. And he deleted it and deleted the guy's number. And he was like, I think that was my soulmate. Like, I think that was him. So he just remembered that the guy said his name was Jeff and he was a PhD student. So he rang all of the universities that he could think of. I know. Asked around everyone for this guy. But he never found them. So he didn't hear anything. So he went to the paper again and put in a new ad and said, please call me again. I'll try and work the phone better. I deleted your message. Right? And the guy never saw it because he was off work at the time. And then he came in after a month or something and his friend had kept the paper for him and said, oh, listen to this. And it was Jason's message.
Right.
So Jeff rang him and they spoke on the phone for hours. They didn't know what each other looked like and they met up and they got married. And they've been together ever since.
Well, do you know what I have taken from all of this? I need to start writing into newspapers.
I think you do.
Because there are signs throughout
We
Derry.
could put you in. Where would you go? Obituary? No, is there like a Lonely Hearts? That's what it's called.
Lonely Hearts or the Labour needed it back. Onto the work site I go.
Yeah, you actually could.
But there are, do you know, there's a load of like handwritten notes on postbox around Derry, and it's like man seeking woman, and I used to be all, but now I'm like, I totally understand why they have to do that. I think if anyone sees 36-year-old woman,
it might be a good shout for you.
Because how else am I ever going to meet anyone?
I don't know. Maybe after this. So today's podcast, because the first one's probably a little bit longer than our usuals are going to be. But will we go into our final bit? Will we go to our Ask Bimbo and Butch?
Yes. Who did you get these questions from?
I polled some weirdos. I pulled some people on my Instagram
Right.
who have submitted questions. I asked for questions about chance encounters and meetings that change things. I said, give me and Jenna some questions where we can give you advice, because
Right.
we're good at advice. We're good at advice.
We have
Yeah,
conflicting
we
advice,
do.
but it's both good.
Yeah,
I
so
think.
it's all about your own encounters, the weird, the awkward, the was it fate or bad luck. So we're gonna answer some of your questions. We only have a couple,
Right.
so
because it's only our first episode.
because it's only our first episode. But after this, we want you to submit questions for us. So the first question
Yes.
we got: ran into my ex's new partner while wearing pajamas. How do I recover? I would die.
Unless you met your ex's new partner in your house, there's no other reason why you should be wearing pajamas.
Jenna,
Emer, don't be going out. Like, no.
what if it's an emergency?
Like what?
Like,
You ran out of crisps.
I was just thinking I ran out of Cocoa Pops. Well, I don't go out in my pajamas because I don't wear pajamas.
Because pajamas are an indoor clothing.
But I don't wear them, so if I went out in my
Oh, that's
pajamas, I would just be...
Well, I have
Naked.
loungewear. I don't sleep in them. Like.
is that tracksuit bottoms?
No, it's like pajamas, like nice ones though. That probably could
Okay.
pass.
So, if, no judgment, but if
Right.
this person did go out in their pajamas and met their ex's new partner, what do they do? Like, how do you recover? I would never recover from that.
Well, I don't know. Like, are people bothered by their ex's new partner? Like, I don't know if I would be even bothered. Even if I
would be.
Would you?
If you were with someone for a long time and then...
Well, you were dumped. It's different for you, I suppose. Sorry. I was the dumpy. So
All
I
right.
gave that shit.
You're like, I got all the power. You're pathetic.
No, I'm joking. That's awful.
I think if you've been dumped, it's worse. And if you... Well, you don't want to run into someone where you look like
Shit.
absolute shit. Like, you want to look the best.
You want to glow up.
You want to glow up. Like, and I always kind of look shit when I leave the house, so that's never going to happen to me. But you would want to look as good as you possibly could.
Right.
Especially if their new partner was attractive. You would die.
I don't know if this person can recover though. What do you think?
I don't think they can. I don't think there's any recovering, especially if you still like them. And especially if you already have kind of negligible self-esteem. That would affect me.
You could just punch them in the head, knock them out, and then they would think it was a fever dream.
I think you'd need to style it out. You'd need to act like they weren't your pajamas.
Aye.
I wear this all the time. What do you
I'm
mean?
not
This
aware.
is a fashion choice?
Hey, I'm
Sure, you're in your pajamas. What did your wee fella say today
Aye.
about your outfit?
Aye. So this was a cord, which with the bottoms, and I said, Dannon, what does mummy look like today? And he says, oh, I love your pajamas. They're so cute. And I thought, fuck.
I get what
So,
it means. Do you know who you look like today?
No, don't be offending me. even
It's
more.
not offensive. You should be grateful for this compliment.
Oh.
You and I just
Look at me
whenever
getting
you went there now, Dannon, you look like the stepma out of the Parent Trap today. The blonde one. She was gorgeous.
Oh, I need to look her up.
Yeah, do you remember the blonde, evil kind of stepmom?
Janet.
Yeah,
That?
yeah. That's who
gonna
you
Google
look
it
like
right now.
today. Yeah,
What I'll
Google,
type in?
please.
Blonde.
Blonde stepmom, Parent Trap. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody knows her name. Like, she's not an actor I've seen in anything else. But you're given evil stepmom
Oh,
vibes
yes.
today.
I love her.
Yeah, let me see.
She's gorgeous.
Isn't she?
Do I look like her?
I think
Or
it's
is it
more
just
your,
this?
your expression and your pajama top. Let me see.
I love her.
Yeah, so see her there with that
Aye.
kind of sneering look. Whenever you were like, Janan, you did actually look
Aye.
like her. But she's
Buzzing.
lovely. She is lovely.
Can you see? Can you all see?
We'll
Where
stick
the
her up.
image?
Stick her up here somewhere. Absolutely identical. Okay, so that's the first one. So
Oh God, I would.
next one, met someone on a night out and forgot to get their number. How do I find them without seeming creepy? That's difficult.
Well, it goes back
just
to
do
the
what
whole
you did.
newspaper thing. But they lost.
Slide in.
That's a while. Do you know what though? That the whole newspaper thing is a while out of work to find someone. Like I don't have that time.
And I wonder, do you have to pay? It costs money.
Oh.
I think it costs money.
And now those stories that we read earlier, they're probably from the 90s when there was no social media. And now we can just
Mm-hmm.
post a photo of us and be like, hey, remember me? I was on the plane.
That's
Go
true.
with me.
That's true. Please go with me.
The power of Facebook and all that head up doll.
How do I find them without seeming creepy? I think it's perfectly fine to find someone on Instagram and slide into their DMs. I've never done it. I know you do. You did it to me. That's why we're here. But so obviously you do that in the regular, but I've never done that. But I think that's acceptable these days.
I didn't slide under your DMs like that.
Oh, you did?
It was a business proposal.
Oh, right.
Not a proposal.
No, but still slid into them. It was a friend proposal.
Aye.
But still found me and slid into them, which is fine. But I think if you like someone and you've been on a night out with them, finding their Instagram's fine. I don't think that's creepy, is it?
No, well, I would get a few, if I'm out and about my van's Hardymas, big massive house of scent. So I have my lunch with all the workmen, you know, at the local garage, wherever it is. And it's always 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. That's when us tradies get our lunch and breaks and whatever. So I'm parked up and it's all men and then I'm the only woman. And then sometimes I'd have a wee joke around, see who they are. And then I would get a friend request. Either that night or a few days later because they found my thing and they're like, oh, hello, I love your products. Do you fuck? You don't even know what to do. You see me the
builders.
I love your wax melts, love. They're gorgeous. I
love
love them. Smell like talcum powder.
Exactly.
No, but I have been asked out a few times that way. But
have you?
I once or twice, like nothing major.
Online?
Just from people seeing me out and about, DMing.
That's pretty good.
Aye.
That's pretty good. So our last one is I met someone at a wedding. We hit it off, instant chemistry, but they're from a different continent. Should I pursue it? I think that's a whole lot of heartbreak.
I would never. It's too much. Like even dating someone from Belfast.
Aye, when you're in Derry.
Like that drive.
I
have no time.
That drive for an hour and 20 minutes. How could you do that for true love?
True love.
How could
you? You know, you just never know if I meet the man of my dreams when I'm walking the streets now at Ballyclare to get back to my car.
That's true. Would Ballyclare be too far for you?
It is a wee bit far, but it depends.
We go to the coffee shop after this, see what's on.
I'm not that desperate.
The coffee shop.
This is my thing, right? I'd be like, oh, I would, you know, I think I'm ready for a relationship.
Yep.
It's been 3 years, you know, it'd be lovely to...
3 years for me too.
Is it? I'm sure you've had like flings in between.
Mommy's watching this.
No, we're blocking them.
No.
We're blocking them. But I think
not
I
before
feel
marriage.
like I'm ready for a relationship.
Yeah.
No talking stage, none of that fucking shit.
Just straight in, no kissing.
I want to wake up tomorrow in a 5-year relationship, healthy, fun, all that there.
That'd be my idea of hell.
I wouldn't be bothered for the whole, what's your favourite colour, many sisters do you have? Like, what do you all do? Like, how was your day? No one cares.
See, I like that.
Honestly, look, I do not care how anybody else's day went. Is that really bad?
Yeah.
Is it?
Is that like psychopathy?
Well, like...
I don't care how anyone else's day went.
No, but like, I'm not going to sit and go, how was your day? And genuinely care. Oh dear,
I think really you have to meet... I think at this point it has to be a friend or someone you work with that you have a connection with. Do you know what I mean?
It's only you. Or else
Would
Steve,
that be such a bad idea?
No, but you know what I mean?
Steve, the production guy, but he's in a relationship as well.
Here, Julie.
She's married as well. We tried that. Trying everything here.
So, you know, like, I don't know. I think, don't give up hope, but I know what you mean about that stage. So I think a friend or somebody would be better because you know all that stuff.
But then this is the thing. I say that I am ready, and then I get asked out and I be like, I have no time.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't. We're too busy.
I literally have no time. So in one minute I want a relationship and the next I have no time. How has these questions turned into my dilemma?
I wonder why. So yeah, someone on a different continent, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. It's too much effort.
No.
And the
and
time
also,
switch.
if you met them at the wedding, I really, really hope it wasn't the groom.
I know. Well, that would be a good story.
That would be, but like, no.
I know. On that note, so that is all we have time for today. Thank you for tuning in to our first ever episode of Bimbo Butch. That wasn't too bad, was it?
How do you think it went?
I think it was okay. I think the reviews might say different.
Why?
But I'm only joking. I think it was okay.
I think it was okay. We're just warming up.
We'll be better next time.
Well, I think that was really good. Like, I outed myself
as
a few times there. Well, like, I gave a man my number and I never heard from him again. No, not my number, my Instagram thing.
I think that's okay. I think this is like a safe space. This
Says you every time I ask you a question, you go, my mummy's watching.
I don't want to disrespect the mother load.
But she won't know. You can't come onto a podcast and gatekeep just because you're ma.
Yes,
Think about the crowds that want to hear all the dirt. Because that's the way it's going to be
going
forward.
I don't have any dirt.
Well, I know loads
I'm a wee
of dirt
mummy's
on
boy.
you.
Oh, do
Mummy's
you?
boy. Yes, I do, in fact.
Okay, so our next episode is going to be on worst firsts.
Right.
So worst first jobs, first dates, first times at whatever you want.
This is going to be so fun.
It is. So we want people to DM us, maybe on our Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And we want them to send us a DM if they have any worst first. It can be a voice note or it can be a message, and we are going to read them out. So do you want to tell them where they can find us? Yeah.
So you can find us on YouTube and Spotify or Apple Play. Is that right? Is Apple Play a thing? I'm old. I don't know.
Apple Podcasts.
What she said.
Apple Play something different.
Yeah, so you can DM us. We will play your voice notes as well if you want to voice note us, and we will answer your questions, and we will see you next week.
Oh, thanks very much for joining us. I'm Emer Maguire, aka Butch.
And I am Jenna McCusker, aka Bimbo.
See you next time.